What is up, everybody? Bobby here, the Nintendo Guru. Time for that breakdown. Every single week, Monday through Friday, every day in between. I take the top Nintendo stories of the day, talk about them, discuss them, break them down, give my opinions on them. So,
here we go.
So the first thing I want to talk about is one of my favorite developers in all the land, Image Form. They have announced today that we are getting that amazing Steamroll Quest on April 25th. It's coming in at $25, $24.99 in the United States. It's at about 20 hours, give or take, depending upon your playthrough and what you do and all that stuff. Very typical for Image Form. Their games range anywhere from, I would say, 10 to 20 hours, just depending. Like Steamroll Heist was closer to the latter half. Dig 2 was more about 9 hours, give or take. And those games clocked in at about $20 a pop, you know. So when I look at this, I go, I am so excited for this. They announced it today. For those that don't know, I am a SteamWorld ambassador. So they tipped us off and was like, hey guys, we're going to be announcing the release date today. I did not expect this thing to be in a few weeks. Like, I totally expected this thing to be September-ish. They could be in a situation where the game's essentially done and they're like, let's just get away from the madness at the end of the year. They could also be like, hey, let's put this out and maybe we get nominated for some role-playing Games of the Year awards. Who knows? But I think ultimately, like, I know the people at Image Form. I know they are very meticulous when it comes to picking the time of year to put out and release a game. They also are part of Thunderful now. So Brian is part of that whole team, and they're basically, you know, it's not just about Image Form anymore. It's more about the whole conglomerate. So they have to be wary of when they release games. Like, they don't want to step on top of each other, because now it's not just we're going against the competition. We're also, as a group, as a company, releasing games within the mindset of logistically what works as a company overall. Similar to like Nintendo. Nintendo's not going to release, you know, Mario Party and then come around and do Mario Tennis the next week. They want to space things and gap it, so this way, as a group, as a whole, you're getting hit in a nice flow of releases. I like what's going on here. I am wholeheartedly excited for this game. I cannot wait, and I cannot wait to show you guys as much as I possibly can when I get my copy of it. Very exciting times. Very exciting times. The next thing I want to talk about was a story that I talked about yesterday, where there's going to be two versions of the Switch potentially. We're going to get the high-end version, which is an upgrade to the current Switch, and then we're going to get a child-proof version. Eurogamer has just confirmed that their sources are repeating the same thing that the Wall Street Journal is saying. This is exciting. This is basically blowing the roof off of things and going like, okay, this seems like to be a real possibility. If that's the case, we are now in a situation where how close are these rumors? How close are these sources to telling? Right now we have three sources that have come out and said this. Started with Marcus Sellers last summer. He was the first one to do it. Like I said, the specs were, I feel, a little high, but I don't know. We haven't heard anything with specs yet. So that basically, with the specs, that kind of left some room for people to go, I don't know if this is really legitimate. Like, 4K doesn't seem possible for Nintendo, or something they want to approach at this point. We don't know. It's now becoming very apparent that we have no clue, no idea what we're talking about when it comes to this thing. Then the Wall Street Journal comes a couple months later, and then it goes from the Wall Street Journal saying that we're going to get a Pro to a Mini, and now it's apparently both, and that's what's going to happen, and now Eurogamer. So that's three companies that have kind of confirmed this. We don't know specs, we don't know what's going to happen. The only thing that we've learned from the Eurogamer articles that are coming out is they're basically saying, their sources are saying that Nintendo is kind of taking the best of both worlds in the 3DS world. So if you remember, when Nintendo upgraded the 3DS with the new version, right, it was an upgrade, not somewhat in power, right, it was able to do more things than the original 3DS, but it was also some quality of life things added to that. Then they announced the 2DS, which was more, like we said, childproof, where it was, you didn't have to worry about the kids smashing it or breaking it. It was more durable. We know now the Switches itself is not very durable for young children. I could see kids just smashing that screen very easily. I have tempered glass on mine just because I'm afraid I might smash mine by mistake. But I can see where parents will be a little leery about spending $300 on something like that. Makes you wonder, is that mini, that child-proof version, going to be that much better? Time will tell. But I'm very excited about this thing, I'm not going to lie. So, Animal Crossing. I am a huge fan, we all know this. And I am hearing all kinds of craziness, people reporting beliefs. And I want to basically take what I'm hearing, these rumors, and break them down and kind of put my own spin on them, as I typically do. So the first thing I'm hearing is, back about a month ago, Nintendo basically put out this tweet, so to speak, of Tom Nook. It was an image of Tom Nook with the saying, Tom Nook is here to help you file your tax returns. He has a way to help you spend your tax returns. Something along those lines. I probably messed up the wording, but you can see it now over the screen. When I saw this, I just thought, okay, this is just a way for Nintendo to sell Switches. This is just a little cute little blurb to make them, or to help them sell Switches. But it seems like people are starting to take that moment and throw things together and piece things together. So the target for the reveal of Animal Crossing is tax day, apparently. And here's why people are coming to this conclusion. Number one, tax day is April 15th in the United States. April 14th is actually the day that Nintendo launched Animal Crossing, the original Animal Crossing. So people are kind of looking like, well, it's very close to the anniversary, so here's the reveal. We're going to kind of tie this whole thing together. Possible. It's also the day that Reggie leaves Nintendo. So some people are looking at it as maybe it's one final thing for Reggie to do before he leaves. But here's this is where I kind of start to deflate all this. I feel like that whole image was more just Nintendo going like, hey guys, it's tax time. Before you start spending all your money, all your tax returns, go over to Nintendo and buy a Switch. That's what I felt it was, and I still feel it is. It's kind of a coincidence that also is right there within the proximity of when the original Animal Crossing launched. The Reggie thing, the one thing I'll say is, Reggie hasn't... I mean, I know Reggie's a big Animal Crossing fan. We've seen him do some stuff and talk about some stuff, but I don't know that we've ever seen him in a direct for Animal Crossing. It's always been weird, quirky things that Nintendo has done with Animal Crossing. If you remember the Welcome Amiibo one, where it was that weird camper guy yeah, real strange. But at the end of the day, I look at it and I go, man, could Reggie be involved? And it would, let's be honest, it would be amazing if Reggie was involved, his final day, the kind of a goodbye thing. So when you look at this and you break it down, I say to myself, I don't see that this is legitimate, but it seems like it's building steam. And that's the one thing that I've noticed recently is the fans seem to be onto something here. And when they catch on to this stuff, it's almost like Nintendo is playing a cat and mouse with the insiders and the leakers and all that stuff. And it's like, is this really legitimate, or are people at Nintendo just sitting there going like,
these people are nuts? Like, where are they putting all this stuff together and piecing it together?
I think that might be the case in this particular situation, but I kind of wanted to talk about it, and I'm kind of curious what you guys think. Do you buy any of these rumors and these leaks that are happening? We've had a lot of leaks. I've discussed a lot of leaks on this channel. There's a lot of stuff where we're getting release dates leaking in September, and all these different schematics on the game coming from a Twitter guy. And is this stuff just pie in the sky, or do you feel it? Like, what I'm curious to, and I want to know in the comments below, is do you think that this April 15th is anything to do, or just mere coincidence, pure unadulterated coincidence, and that's where we're at? And are people like me just blowing this up to something that we really shouldn't be? And I feel like, for myself personally, I get excited anytime I hear a little bit of Animal Crossing, so I want to just talk about it because it excites me. I just want to know what this game looks like. But the final piece and why people feel like this is the potential thing is, a lot of times Nintendo doesn't use Animal Crossing in these types of promotions and advertisements, but the last time we saw Tom Nook was when he announced and revealed kind of, we're getting an Animal Crossing game. So people feel like maybe Tom Nook has taken over the Isabel role in this version of the game, and could that be the case? I hope it is. I'm not gonna lie. I as much as I think it's BS, man, I want this to happen so badly because I just want to find out about Animal Crossing so badly, and it's only a couple weeks away, but I don't know. So let me know in the comments below what you think. I'm really curious. So that is all. Thank you guys for watching another episode of Nintendo Guru Daily. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please slap the like button down below. Share it with all your friends. If you're not a subscriber, please hit that subscribe button now. I'm begging of you. Follow me, Instagram, Twitter, @Nintendo Gurus. That is all. Peace out, Preston.